So, real quick, man, I'm humbled to be here. I'm grateful to be here, and I don't take it lightly, right? You guys are leaders, right? Right?
Yeah, we do.
All right. I just want to make sure y'all ain't got to be so quiet. All right, I'm gonna say one more time. Y'all leaders, right?
Yeah.
Does anybody want to take a crack at it and tell me what is leadership? One brave soul. Go ahead.
To be able to stand up for yourself and others.
I love it. Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. Y'all can clap that up. Come on. Right? So, you know, for me, I think that leadership at a young age, especially your age, is very valuable and very important. Unfortunately, I didn't have the luxury of having a leader. My dad wasn't in my life. My mom raised me by herself. So it was hard for me, so I had to find the right mentors to be in my life, right? And I'll never forget, I went to this guy called Kobe Dennis in Rhode Island. Providence, Rhode Island to be exact. And I remember one particular day he was out there doing community work. And you know, one of my mentors told me, if you want to be great, get around greatness, right? And so I remember running up to Kobe Dennis and said, Kobe! Look back, who is this kid? I said, I just want to ask you a quick question, Kobe. And he was like, what is that? I said, how can I get more involved with my community? And he said to me, he said, what you're doing right now? He said, you're here, get active, right? And so for me, from that day forward, I never took it lightly. And so I started speaking to homeless people, started speaking to people in drug rehabs, and most importantly, I started pouring into students and educators around the globe and also leaders. And so one of the things that I've identified with leadership is that leaders are willing, like he said, to stand up for what is right. Can I get a show of hands, like, are y'all willing to stand up for what is right? Can I get an aye? All right, I like this group. It's good. Okay. All right. And so, one of the things that I want to show you on the screen, guys, I'm going to go through a couple of slides. Okay, cool. So, leadership is not a position or a title. It is an action and an example, right? So, for me, unfortunately, my brother got locked up. He was selling drugs. So, I learned what not to do for my brother, right? My dad wasn't in my life, so I learned what not to do for my dad, which to be in my kid's life, right? So that example set the tone for me to be able to be more effective in what I do. So for me, I can't be around individuals who are not willing to understand the importance of changing the world. I just can't. Like people in my phone, I have people from my past try to hit me up, hey Will, you wanna go to the club? I'm like, bro, I'm not on no club stuff. I'm an adult. I ain't worried about going to no club. Well, you know, we can hit up Vegas, we can go do this. I'm like, I'm not on that, I'm not gonna hold you. Leadership is not a position or a title, it's an example. So the work that I do as an example, I want my kids to look back at these videos, I want my kids to look back at this work and say, Dad set the tone. Does that make sense? Just wanna make sure, right? Does that make sense? Aye? Okay, cool, right? And so, one of the things I started noticing about my kids, I had my son Jamon come up to spend the time with me in Seattle, and it was beautiful. And one of the things that I was able to do for my son Jamon was I was able to put him on a flight. Now, I never took my first flight until I was 22. Crazy, I know, right? But it was because my mom never got exposed to that. All she knew was being home, right? And every time I try to tell my mom, like, Mom, can we go somewhere? No, baby, we ain't got the funds for that. We ain't got the money for that. We ain't going nowhere. I was like, Mom, come on, man, this is great. Y'all can laugh, it's okay. Y'all can laugh at my mama. Don't laugh too long though, all right? And so I started asking my mom, like, Mom, how come? She's like, baby, we ain't got the funds. We can't do that. And so once I was able to start getting on the flight and have that exposure, I said, I want my kids to have this exposure too, right? Because a lot of the work that I do is for my children, right? A lot of work that I do is for my legacy that I'm gonna leave behind. Anybody show hands, no Mother Teresa? Anybody show hands, no Dr. King? Anybody show hands, no Harriet Tubman? Anybody show hands, no Gandhi? Every single person that I've just named, they're no longer here, but their greatness is here. I'm gonna say it one more time. They're not here, but their greatness is here. Why? Because they was willing to what? Not be just a position or a title, but an example. What's the example that you're gonna set when you leave this room today, right? Because I'm telling you, out there, in this world, it's a crazy world. A lot of people are not willing to do what each and every single one of you are willing to do. Be a leader. It's not cute. It don't look cute, right? It don't look extravagant. It don't look sexy necessarily, right? But what I realized, y'all, is that leadership is not supposed to be pretty. Leadership is supposed to help you leave a legacy. Aye? Aye. This group is real. I like it, right? So leadership again is not what? Leadership is not what? Okay, I'm gonna say that again. I like this group. Leadership is not what? But it's what? I'm gonna say this one more time. Leadership is not what? But it's what? Right. So that means when you leave this room, you gotta set the tone, you gotta set the example. Because there's gonna be people out here who are not gonna be willing to do the necessary things that they need to do, and that's what each and every one of you come in. You gotta hold each other accountable. You gotta hold each other accountable, right? And here's the thing, don't be afraid to welcome other ideas or other different thought processes. Does that make sense? Right? Like, there's no I in team. There's not one person or one group, one company or one group that I know that's blew up just by themselves. I ain't gonna hold you, you are not that deep to sit up here and try to do stuff by yourself. Imagine me trying to do all this stuff by myself. Set up cameras, get mic'd up, all this stuff. I can't do it by myself, yo. I understand the importance that I am good at what I do, but I'm more dominant with other people. Does that make sense? Right? I'm sweet at what I do. I promise you, I'm a beast at what I do. But I'm only better with the right people in my circle. Does that make sense? Right? Because I'm not chasing leadership. I'm not chasing a position or a title. I'm looking to be an example. Make sense? Right?